worse and worse every year.
It does. But yeah, just picked up another customer, Maurice, is it?
Yeah.
From China. So yeah, we've got a long drive to Lancaster. Student. So yeah, we're gonna have a little chat and see where the conversation takes us. Where would you like to start?
One little thing I would like to correct you is Hong Kong and China, they're in a weird situation. I don't mind. I've heard a lot of people that have like this misconception is but anyway,
can you correct us on my limited understanding? There's a bit of a division I pick up a lot of people from China, mainland Hong Kong, Hong Kong was under British rule, and then
not anymore
it was, and then it had to be handed back. So a lot of people I pick up from China, if they're from Hong Kong, they have a little bit of a different way of life than, let's say, mainland.
They have.
They still have, yeah. So what's yours? Can you correct the misconception?
I mean, it's just two different system, I would say.
Okay.
It's two different system, but it's fine. I feel like it doesn't really matter how the system works, right? You just gotta survive in the finest area. Like even in you yourself, for example, there's a lot of bad things around the UK system as well.
Every system, nothing's perfect.
Yeah, nothing's perfect, and then people just got. Yeah, I don't know why. A lot of people just don't say. Just find it unappealing, saying Chinese people are unappealing, like mean or weird and stuff like that. I don't know why though. It's like that. People judge, but without looking through them, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, polarization is not good. You've got to find that unity. Yeah. Is things getting a lot better now regards that little bit of a division there was at one time?
There was at one time, yeah. But
so things getting better now?
Yeah, it's getting better. It's still nice. I mean, Hong Kong is still nice. A lot of busier. That's what I would say. The comparison between different cities of China and Hong Kong is Hong Kong is way busier than what I would expect what I've been to in China before.
Okay.
Just quite a lot more people, and then the rush hours. You saying rush hour just now, you saying rush hours and saying in UK, you've never seen anything like Hong Kong.
Oh, okay. Are you from Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're from Hong Kong and mainland. Someone said to me China is a family of languages. Is that right? The word Chinese, yeah? It's a family of languages, yeah? So Cantonese is the main language?
No, not
one
the
of
main.
the main?
Mandarin
is, okay. But for Hong Kong, is it Cantonese?
It's Cantonese.
It's Cantonese.
But we learn Mandarin anyway.
Okay, and so you learn both. But there's dozens, if not hundreds of different languages?
There is.
Like Africa?
I wouldn't say languages, mostly just one language, but with different dialects, I would say.
Okay.
I don't know how you say this, because we write the same thing, we speak differently.
Okay. You write the same, but you just speak differently.
So sort of like a dialect, but no. Because, we just speak differently. We write the...
It's universal. The writing language is universal, yeah? But
except when you go into simplified and traditional Chinese, which is another story, but
okay.
Because there's simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese. It's sort of like color and color. It's COLOR and COLUR. It's sort of like that.
Okay. So another thing I hear a lot, you can confirm if it's true, but in China there's no cash, it's all cashless.
No, there is cash.
Okay, so there is. Okay.
But people prefer card or digital payment.
So percentage wise, would you say it's 80% card, 20% cash?
More than that. It's not even card anymore. We don't they don't use contactless there.
So what is it, an app?
It's an app, yeah.
Okay, so would you say 95% app and 5% cash?
About right, yeah.
Okay, that's it. Is that in the whole of China or just Hong Kong, or mainland China?
Hong Kong use a different currency.
So what does Hong Kong use?
Hong Kong dollar.
Okay, so all of Hong Kong is just dollar. So you can use cash
Yes.
a lot in Hong Kong?
You can use cash, but still a lot of people use cash, I presume. Yeah.
In Hong Kong.
In
But
Hong
what about mainland China? No.
Not much. I use, like, if I go to China,
I
use
can
app.
see Maurice's friend in the back shaking her head there. She doesn't want to go on camera, she's camera shy.
I don't know, like, do you use cash or not? You use card, I use cash. I use cash, that's why.
Okay. But so how do I differentiate when I'm talking about Hong Kong and mainland? Is that how people say it? You've got Hong Kong and mainland, or what's the best way to define it?
It's in a weird territory. I would say, like, yeah, that's the simplest way of defining it. Even like, yeah, I would say,
Okay.
because like, when you say something like this, it's sort of in a weird way.
Oh,
It really depends on from people to people though. Like, I don't care. I genuinely don't care about if you say I'm Chinese, I don't mind. Like,
but I mean, from the context of us talking about, like, for example,
Yeah.
you know, cash and card or,
yeah,
or the app.
Hong Kong and mainland.
To
is fine, yeah.
differentiate, yeah, I think you're saying mainland is mostly 95% used
Yeah.
for the app, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you've got Hong Kong, which is what, let's say, I don't know, 50-50, 50% cash, 50% app.
Not app, card.
Or with card
Card.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's 3 different payment now. It's cash,
Okay.
card, and app, right?
Yeah, because I've picked up a lot of people from India and they've said that they're the same. Most of it is an app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a QR code. Yeah,
Okay. So there's 3 different payment options
It's-
available to people.
yeah.
Okay. And do you have a preference?
I don't. I prefer cash,
Cash is
but
king.
not in UK.
Not in the UK.
Not in the UK. In UK, I use card
Okay. Why is that?
because I feel like it's dangerous here.
It's dangerous to use cash. Do you mean to carry it?
To carry cash,
Okay. No. Fair enough.
because
Okay.
in Birmingham as well, I feel like it's dangerous there to carry cash.
Do you feel it? Do you feel intimidated like that in Birmingham?
Nah, but I've been followed twice coming back home.
Okay. So you'd rather, for safety reasons?
Yeah, safety reason.
use
I would
card.
rather use card. Like, if they steal my card, I just freeze it, right?
Yeah. No, makes sense. Makes
So if they
sense.
steal my cash, that's it. There's no trace and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of the social credit score system? Is that something that you have in China, but you might have it
I'm not.
called
I've
something
heard
else?
about it, but I'm not familiar with it. Not gonna lie.
So I think it could be a misconception, but what some people get told of in the UK, it's like a system to where. So in the UK, you've got something called credit score,
Yeah.
and if you go on to Equifax or various certain credit reference agencies, that will tell you what your credit's like.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a
for-
car,
get a loan. Yeah.
get a mortgage, you have to score points.
Yeah.
So that's a general credit score. But then some people are told that in China it's something called social credit score. So it incorporates your general credit score, what we've just explained. But then it also has the social element, in the sense if you get points for depending on your behaviour or your let's say activism, or basically certain things what you do, if it's detrimental to, let's say, government, you will lose points or you will gain points.
Yeah, but like I'm not familiar with the. I've heard of it online before.
Okay, but are you saying it's not the case in China?
No, I wouldn't say something like that. I wouldn't say like it's not on the case.
It's
It
not
is, because
common.
I don't know how it works. I can't comment on it. You know
Okay.
how it is. Instead of just comment on how I think it works, which might be wrong,
Yeah,
and then people might believe it, which
Okay.
at least not the case.
it's just something you're not aware of.
Yeah, I'm aware of it, but I've never read about it on how it works.
Do you have one?
I don't know if I have one. That's the
okay.
thing.
Oh, so people might not know.
No, I don't know because I'm from Hong Kong, right?
Okay, and you're saying that it might be a bit different in mainland.
Yeah, because in Hong Kong, it's still the credit score. Basically, most of the economy system in Hong Kong is the same as the UK one.
Oh yeah, because of the ex-British
Yeah,
rule, etc.
yeah.
It resembles that a little bit more similar.
So, and stuff like even simple stuff like we drive on the left side of the road,
Okay.
and our steering wheel is on the right. You know, in US it's the other way around, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And stuff like that. And then mainland China is the other way around as well.
Okay. Okay. So I heard a statistic come out a few months ago about the population of China. I don't know, apparently according to this article, the Chinese government's done a statistics on how many people are in China, and they said it was approximately 800 to 900 million. No, it can't be million, because there's a couple of billion, or is that right? About 900 million?
No, I think it's more.
What would you say it is?
I think it's somewhere on the billion side, isn't that right?
Billions.
Sorry? You don't what? You don't know? You don't know.
So let's just say there's a billion.
Yeah?
But how many is in mainland and how many is in Hong Kong?
Oh,
approximately.
If the Chinese government is doing something statistic like that, I think. How many people is in Hong Kong?
Approximately.
I have no idea. I genuinely have no clue, but it's packed. It's really packed. Right now, it will be a bit less because a lot of people move to the UK. A lot of people from Hong Kong move to the UK.
Okay. But I'd say the majority then, let's say it's a billion. The majority will be mainland.
Yeah.
And it'll be a small fraction.
I think it's 10 mil.
Okay, so very small.
Sorry? That was ages ago. I would say 10 mil.
Okay.
Yeah, 10
so
mil, about 7
very
mil,
small number then.
Yeah.
Out of potentially a billion people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But China is really big though. That's the thing.
Yeah, its landscape is very big. Yeah.
So it's about 10 mil, about right? Yeah. I
Okay.
would say.
In Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong.
Okay. Do you have many people from other countries in China? That you've noticed, like you said, a lot of people from Hong Kong went to the UK or other countries?
In Hong Kong wise, there's a lot of different
mixed nationalities.
People.
Okay.
Oh, you know Ronnie O'Sullivan?
Oh yeah. Go on.
He moved to Hong Kong.
Oh, did he? Funny enough, someone put a picture up of him the other day, and the picture he was with his partner, and yeah, she looks like Chinese.
He just moved to Hong Kong.
Oh,
I think like 3 months ago.
Okay, how come? Just.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a big thing apparently because me and my mate sometimes play snooker, right?
Yeah.
And then he just starts sending me stuff like this.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, he moved to Hong Kong. Probably not retirement, but like yeah.
His famous 147 break in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's doing it out of fear though. He said that on the interview.
Oh, did he?
Like
What do you mean?
You just start doing it, hitting it, don't think about it, hitting it. Yeah. But yeah, like I think he moved to Hong Kong like 6 months ago or something.
Oh, okay.
It was a big thing apparently. I saw it on the news, but
Did
it
you,
was
yeah?
a big thing apparently in Hong Kong as well. You just want to move there and start teaching people about the snooker and stuff like that. Yeah.
He's gonna definitely get more and more people interested in.
Yeah.
Like the other students, Chinese students are picked up, and we were like, for example, in the UK, football's big. In America, it's
Football.
It's in America, it's basketball, it's baseball, it's American
rugby,
football. So every country resonates with different sports, and I think what the students were saying in China, it's like ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong. Yeah.
Table tennis. They're the main sports. Football. Badminton.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that the same mainland and Hong Kong?
Ping pong, yes.
Okay.
Badminton as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about is that for women and men?
Yeah. Rugby 7. It's really a big thing in
Rugby?
Hong Kong. Rugby
Okay.
7.
Rugby,
Yeah.
so rugby's getting very popular.
We have like a yearly event every year. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Rugby 7.
Oh, it's called Rugby 7.
Yeah.
Why?
7 people rugby.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Quite a lot
7
of
people rugby.
Yeah, quite a lot of people joining it as well, like different country.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I don't know what's the name of it called, but it plays like rugby and it's 7 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the windows up.
Yeah,
And
it's
put
fine.
the aircon on, yeah. So it'll get
Yeah.
cool in a minute for us. No, that's interesting. I remember I picked up a Chinese family as well, and on the name it had Joey.
Joey?
Yeah, and I assumed it was the male, the man, and it was the female, and I was surprised. And she said in China there's a singer and she's very famous, and her name's Joey.
Yeah.
So a lot of females have a name Joey.
It's a it's a co-sex name. What do you
A
call
co-sex,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the UK I've never come across one girl and her name's Joey, ever.
Oh yeah.
So
I know,
it was interesting. It's
I
good.
know which singer you're talking about as well. Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it one old? Is there only one Joey there?
Yeah, but like yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Sorry.
Sorry. Quite a common name.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, she was saying that's what she was saying.
Quite a common lady's name. To be
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
Well, it was interesting because yeah, it's not like that in the UK. It's nice when you see co-sex
Yeah.
names. It's different. It's different. See, yeah, just thinking what else can we touch on? So, is your heart to go back to China, do computer science? What's your passion?
What do you mean by what's my passion?
So, okay, so right now you're a student. You come to the UK. You study computer science.
The only reason I'm studying computer science because I like it.
You like it.
Yeah.
You like it or love
From
it.
the start, yeah, from the start. Since I was like really young, I was playing with those demo phone and start like tinkering with stuff. That's why I love it.
So it's a passion.
It's a passion for me, but sometimes even though like, you know, what's your passion, may I ask?
So for me, I like writing. I like art.
You like art, writing. Sometimes
I like books, knowledge.
when you're doing repetitive stuff like drawing something, you need to like find a way to get your mind around something else, right? Like
Yeah.
you need to clear up your mind, right?
Yeah.
I would say taking pictures for me is one of them. Like
Pho-
if that's
Photography.
photography, yeah.
Okay. That's another bit of a passion.
Yeah, it's
So-
just
So when you say computer science, it's very broad. So like I was saying before, my lad is studying computer science, or he was, and he might go to uni. But in the UK, it's very competitive.
yes, it is.
So it's hard to, it'll be different in China or Hong Kong. Maybe it's different,
it's
or maybe it's
still-
competitive.
It's not that competitive, to be fair, in Hong Kong and China.
Okay.
I might be wrong though, but like yeah, from what I've heard, it's like a lot of people know programming, right? Like,
Yeah.
But like, there's still a lot of people that is needed.
Okay. Supply demand.
Supply and demand, yeah. Maybe in a couple of years it might change. Maybe it is even changing now. But from what I've heard, it's like still a bit of demand in Hong Kong and China, to be fair.
So so computer science is very broad. Are you gonna focus on something specifically? Will it be programming? Will it be cybersecurity? Will it be
Cybersecurity,
data management?
yeah. Cybersecurity, yeah.
Okay.
It's not as I feel like programming is like
Tedious.
solving. No, it's fine. It's solving problems, right? I
Okay.
find it. I like it, but then like I can't do it 24/7.
Okay.
That's the thing. Maybe like a bit of programming with like a bit of network monitoring and stuff like that. That would be fun.
Okay. Bit of Cisco, CCNA. What is it Kingsley? How do I pronounce your name? Kingsley. But it's yeah, Kingsley, yeah. Like what are you studying? Oh, HR.
HR, yeah.
Okay. Is that your passion? you're still very young, so you still finding out, but you like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is HR a good qualification to have in? Are you from Hong Kong as well? Yeah. Is it like, will you easily get a job? Every business needs a HR. In Hong Kong, will you find a job very, very easy?
I think it's easy compared to different countries or cities. The unemployment rate is really low, and actually recently become higher.
Okay. And do you plan to stay in Hong Kong for the foreseeable future, or are you going to travel? Going to go to maybe other countries? Some students, Australia, Canada, America, or is your heart in back home? Okay. Yeah. Same for you, Maurice?
I mean, yeah, genuinely, like I feel like it's quite alright. It's not after I moved, like studying here for like 7 years since year 10, I feel like everywhere is the same.
Yeah.
So for me, it doesn't really matter
Okay.
that much. Everywhere is the same. As in like how people work and stuff like that. As in like, I wouldn't say which is better. Like if you ask me stuff like, oh, I've been here 7 years in UK, which place is better, UK or Hong Kong? I couldn't give you an answer.
Okay.
Something Hong Kong do is better, something UK do is better.
Yeah. Pros and cons.
Yes,
Pros and
so
cons.
I just don't mind. Anywhere would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
But your career is definitely going to be involved in computers, maybe
Hopefully,
cybersecurity.
yeah. Depends. If I can't get a job, I might be doing fries at McDonald's. Who knows?
I'm sure you will get a job.
Yeah.
You seem very focused.
Yeah. I mean, like that's.
What's your thoughts on AI and things like ChatGPT? Is it the same in China? Everybody? Well, I think in China you have the equivalent is DeepSeek.
Yes.
Okay. If you experiment, I haven't really experimented with DeepSeek. My limited knowledge about it is, from what I can recall, the cost it took China to develop I think DeepSeek, it was like 10% of what
Yes,
I think
and the time as well.
And the time. So that's why it blew up.
It blew up. That's why.
So big, because it was like, wow, if the company DeepSeek could do that in such a short space of time and for such a small cost, it was like a big thing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah.
okay. Have you ever used ChatGPT?
I have. I've tried with DeepSeek and ChatGPT.
Is the pros and cons?
I mean, they're still shit.
They're still
They're still bad.
okay. Why?
Like
Well, what's
they're
the
still bad.
alternative from that point, from that context?
They're still developing. That's why.
Well, I mean, like for example, I had a guy in before, and he's a plumber, but he's going into cybersecurity, self-teaching, and he said, for example, he put in ChatGPT or DeepSeek, whichever one, to write out a program for an app, and it done it in seconds. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but that's just one example of so many different things.
Yes.
It's relative to like what you're talking about. Of course, it's got limitations.
So, programming wise, yes, it can do something in seconds. You're right. But the thing about it is, you don't know if it's secure or not.
If it's what?
If it's secure or not. If you develop especially in cybersecurity, if you're developing a program or something like that, you need to know if it's secure or not. If you're not the one developing it and you just look at the source code, you might be fine.
Okay.
But like, even though I would say compared to human, I've tried using ChatGPT and DeepSeek and stuff like that, making programs. They know what they're doing, but then they are so... If you find out something wrong, they don't know how to correct it.
Okay.
So what's the point of... It's like teaching someone to type a program. Sort of. Like...
But isn't it like a framework or a template?
Yeah.
So if you tell it to do it and it gets out of 100%, 90% of it correct, then you, the expert, can step in and complete the other 10%.
But then you need to, if 90% is correct, you need to read out those 90% in order to finish that 10%, right?
Yeah, you've got to make sure it's the 90% is, yeah.
What's the point of reading back out again? Why don't I just type it myself?
Yeah.
The only thing that it saves time for is basically just, it saves times for you to write it, to type it.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's like tedious. It's the only thing I find it good for is like making my exam, making like revision guides and stuff.
Yeah.
Reading a bunch of document, making it concise, asking a question regarding to that document. That's perfect. I feel like AI right now should be used by for those tedious jobs, like those tedious jobs of reading a manual or something like that.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like both ChatGPT and DeepSeek are overrated right now. And not saying DeepSeek is really overrated, but I can see why they can develop it with less money and less time.
Okay. It's interesting.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why is Tesla so famous right now? Not of what Elon Musk said. I'm not talking about like why is Tesla famous for? What is they're famous for?
Well, I'd say off the top of my head, I'd say well the batteries, the electricity, the energy.
You're too in depth by that.
Okay.
Like what are they famous for?
I don't know at the moment specifically.
Electric cars.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of electric cars on the market. BMW, sorry. Mercedes, they have electric cars. I feel like their development would be less than Tesla because of once the technology is out, it's not about developing it anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Sort of like the first iPhone. Why is iPhone that famous? It's because they're the first smartphone, right? So
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So for iPhone, they're the first smartphone, right? That's what they're famous for. And then you see Samsung rising from the ashes and stuff like that. It's because they have developed it and they developed the mainframe. After the mainframe is so simple, right? Like DeepSeek, for example.
Yeah.
After it took them less development cost and time is because there is something that's already gone wrong by ChatGPT before and they can read from it.
Okay.
Learn from the mistake from them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Totally, yeah, it makes sense. So the blueprint was there and they've learned from that and then improved on it tremendously from the context of DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Okay, so same with Tesla. Other manufacturers, like for example, I have a lot of people, I was looking into Tesla car and a lot of people were saying that, like for example, Hyundai, which I think is Korean.
Yeah, Korean.
You can control, there's pros and cons again, but apparently the battery life, you can get 400 miles in contrast to Tesla, 300 miles, you can do X, Y, Z. So there's always pros and cons, but I think what you're saying is because they can learn from the mistakes from Tesla and improve the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of development time because most R&D leads to nowhere, right? Most R&D research and development leads to nowhere, right?
Okay.
You need to try out. You need to try out different route and try out how to do it. Yeah, so that's why it takes them less time, because instead of looking through the maze,
Yeah,
they know how to go. Yeah.
definitely. So is the equivalent of a Tesla car in China?
Sorry.
Is the equivalent of Tesla? What electric car is big in China?
They're big in here too, like BYD for example.
Okay, is China got its own car brand? Like,
Yeah.
what's it called?
A lot. Even MG. You know MG used
Yeah.
to be British, right?
Oh, okay. But what, it's China manufacture now?
No, their headquarters is in China now. They got bought by Chinese company.
Okay.
BYD as well. There's some BYDs. I don't know. Have you seen any?
No, that doesn't come to mind. I'm not up on my cars.
In Birmingham, there's quite a lot.
Okay.
There's quite some, not a lot, I would say. It's cheaper than Tesla.
Okay. Do you like electric cars?
No.
No?
I don't like everything being too connected. It's kind of funny because I do computer science as well.
Yeah, ironic. But yeah, when you say you don't like everything being connected, in what way? Do you think because of privacy?
Oh, that's a BYD. Right in
which-
front of us.
Oh, in front?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of which, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just everything being too connected. It distracts you.
Distracts. So is it the distraction or the privacy?
No, not about privacy. It's just
Okay,
distraction.
just distraction. Yeah, I agree. It's good to fast.
I used to wear an Apple Watch. And then I was like, it's too connected.
Yeah.
It rings and it tells you what happened and stuff like that. I
No.
just don't like it.
I agree. I've never had Apple Watch. I prefer Samsung. Just to think you've got more freedom. But no, I know what you're saying. I think
Yeah.
a watch,
Like
you're
smart
connected.
watches, yeah. Shit like that.
Even like my phones, I like to turn them off sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's good. Even if it's on, and you're not getting notifications,
You still think
you
there is
think,
on,
it's
Just-
habit, but turned off, you don't pay
Yes.
attention.
It's like Instagram, stuff like that, WhatsApp, and just. It's a good thing. It connects people, but it also distances people.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big problem, and it's important to get balance.
Yeah, if you get the balance, it connects people, yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, after that, it also distances people as well if you do it too much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I don't like being connected that much.
No, I agree.
Electric cars, I wouldn't say it's connected. I'm willing to try electric cars, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah. It's a good concept, I would say. It's a
Yeah,
good concept.
definitely. Do you use ChatGPT, Kinsley?
Yeah.
Okay. No. It's
When I'm in my college.
Uni, you mean, yeah.
I spoke to like different professors on the taxi, and it can be a big problem. It's like one of these professors gave a great analogy. He said because some students will abuse ChatGPT and get it to write out lots of information. So we have to accept that it's like a calculator. The analogy you used,
Yeah.
when a calculator become about, there was people who said, no, you're cheating. But then it's a tool, it saves so much time.
Yeah.
And it's about basically getting that balance.
It's
And
basically the same as Google in
Yeah.
my mind. I
Yeah.
feel like if you allow Google, why can't you allow ChatGPT to be in uni?
yeah,
It's the same thing as a calculator when it first released.
yeah,
You don't allow that. I presume you don't allow that. That's cheating when you're doing like what Fibonacci sequence and not Fibonacci sequence, like Pythagoras theorem. You can just type it in the calculator and calculate for you. Why can't you allow ChatGPT then? You allow calculator. You allow Google.
yeah,
Some does allow Google, right? Like when you're writing academic stuff, essay and stuff, shit like that. You're allowed to use Google to do research, but not ChatGPT though. Why can't you use Chat? I don't know.
yeah. I think things will change in future.
Yeah.
You mentioned Fibonacci accidentally. Okay, so for example, I was reading something yesterday, about fractal science, and it's a little bit similar to Fibonacci. In the sense, my understanding is, I think, so fractal science is like how computer science and programs and graphics work by using this pattern science.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that at this stage?
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, it's an interesting subject. I think as you progress further down, like, I mean, you understand Fibonacci, like the golden ratio, fractal science. It's like the fabric of the universe, and it talks about these patterns, which ultimately this is what certain elements of AI is. It's talking about like pattern recognition and this and that.
Pattern recognition, yeah, shit like that, yeah.
It's fascinating stuff. Are you religious? What's the dominant? No. Are you Kinsley? Are you religious? Agnostic?
What?
Okay. When you say no, are you an atheist? Or do you believe in maybe some universal higher power?
There's a lot of theory behind it.
There's one.
Sorry?
Like there's God in some way, but I don't think like I believe in like Jesus in
Like, you think there's a God somewhere,
But you're
not
unsure what
which
to
is,
describe.
yeah.
Okay. What about you, Maurice?
What is a God?
So, well, okay, so you said you don't believe, but what I find is that when people say that, okay, so I pick up a lot of atheists
Yeah.
and they say they don't believe. But what I find with atheists is that they've got an issue with Abrahamic versions of, quote, God, yeah? So what a lot of atheists who I pick up, they just don't like the dogma and the authority from, let's say, Islam, Christianity and Judaism, right?
Yeah, I mean, like,
But-
what's a God?
But that's what I'm getting to. But then I'm giving you different interpretations of God, but because then you've got another interpretation of God, which is different than them ones, which is, let's say, Buddhism. Some people will interpret that element of God in non-duality, nirvana, is this experience that people can have this interaction with some form of entity, yeah, and they will say that could be like an interpretation of God, yeah. But then another one what I find interesting, I'm objective, I'm on the fence, I believe like you, like Kinsley, there's some higher power out there, but we all use different terminology. So, sorry, going back to your question, when you say, well, what is a God? What I'm trying to categorize and frame is that there's, first of all, we need to establish the different interpretations.
Yeah.
So I've just give you the Abrahamic versions, which is, let's say, a man in the clouds who will be like an authority. Then I explained the Buddhist interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the one that I find very interesting is, once again, going back to the fabric and the nature of the universe in respect to quantum physics and quantum mechanics, which you can even connect with a lot of ancient wisdom and teachings throughout history. So the reason I'm mentioning quantum mechanics, because if you was to ask any scientist on the planet, look at the Hadron Collider. If you ask anyone, what's the best explanation? I'm not saying it's perfect, but what's the best explanation for the nature of reality? You've got to include the quantum nature, quantum physics and quantum mechanics. Now, when you look at that also, once again, you mentioned Tesla before. Have you ever heard of Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm paraphrasing, but there's a good quote what he says, and it's something along the lines is that God is just the laws of the universe, yeah? To where somebody else will say it's a man in the clouds. Now, I'm not saying which one is right and which one is wrong, but if somebody is open-minded, objective and interested in having these conversations, I think it's a good subject to discuss.
Yeah, if you're asking me, like, I would say there is rules in the universe. Yeah, I'm not saying like, but if you're saying, like, if you're saying one person made those rules, there's no theory behind it. You know what I mean? Like, if you say like there's rules in the universe, then sure. But like if you say God made those rules, that's the thing. I'm not like accepting that.
Okay, but when you're saying God, like I'm not saying, because some people will say God is in a person. So if you listen to the Abrahamic religions,
Yeah.
they will say God done the rules. But then if you look at it from a quantum point of view, the nature of reality, there's laws and there's rules to how we do things,
Yeah.
how you build computers, how we built the Hadron Collider.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is just how the ecosystem from an energy point of view works, yeah? From a metaphysical point of view, the car we're driving, it's got these rules and laws, but then also from a quanta, which is an energy point of view, there's laws to how that works.
Yeah.
So that consciousness could fall under that umbrella, yeah, of quote God.
Yeah. So
I'm
if
not-
that's the case, then
Yeah.
God exists. But because a lot of religion
Yeah.
sort of like targets it to like one specific entity.
Yes.
If you say something like God is one entity and one entity or something like, I couldn't accept that.
Yeah.
But if you say something like God is basically
Everything.
then sure. Because it's just how the world works. I'm not disbelieving God right now. I'm
Yeah,
saying
me
it's
too.
like if God exists and we right now, if our scientific equipment is getting more and more advanced,
Yeah.
God might be in a
Polo?
different name. Nah, I'm good.
Polo, Kinsley. Polo, Mint.
Tong. God might be in a different name. Like before, ages ago, people
Yeah.
say people say astrophysics.
Yeah.
The Earth is flat, so it's
Some people still
created
do.
by God. But then, like countless years, like now, people say like the Earth is round, and it's a thing called astrophysics.
Okay.
Technically, before that, before we even explore the stars and the sky, technically that's God created that. Technically, God is up there, right? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And then now, it's called astrophysics up there.
Yeah.
What we call God is something like we can't measure. For example, stuff that outside of this universe, we can't look through it because of the universe is expanding. We can't look through it. Or God might be out there. So do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's like it's something that we can't explain yet.
Yet. Key point.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating. What's in Hong Kong, in mainland, what's the dominant consensus? Is the most people, some Christian, some Muslim, very small number? Or are most people like you, they don't believe? I pick up some Chinese, they Christian?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Okay.
genuinely don't know. But yeah, like I would say different religious. I don't like the only thing I don't believe in is what they say a god is. Not like not believe in.
Okay.
I just can't find the evidence to link it back up together, right?
Do you believe, so you don't believe in the day of judgment, heaven and hell, resurrection at the moment?
Yeah.
You don't?
I mean I don't believe it, yeah.
Okay.
But like the thing is, one more thing is, it's like I believe in what they're teaching.
Yeah, the
morals.
the morality. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So,
what I
yeah.
believe in.
Yeah, that's universal. Yeah,
Yeah.
You live it. Obviously, the values, a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be a good person. I don't care about the judgment day. And
Yeah,
that's outside of my spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Can't change that.
yeah,
When that day comes, I can't change that anyway. But what I can change is how I treat others and be them around. Yeah,
definitely.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and everybody agrees with that. That is
Yeah.
universal, positive. Yeah, no, fascinating stuff.
So it's just like you're saying there might be God out there. I don't know. because
Okay.
there's a lot of theory behind it. Christianities keep changing, keep evolving for the new science stuff. For
Yeah.
example, the interpretation of how the Bible works has been evolving since after science, for example. On a scientific mind, people say the Big Bang came here first. But on like the Bible, I forgot, the Old Testament. It's 7 days, right?
Yeah. God created 7 days.
Yeah. And there might also be theory that, and like nowadays, people say the 7 days is just an analogy.
Yeah. Allegory.
Yes, might be true. But like there's also others saying like, oh, the Big Bang happened a lot of times before. We don't know that, right? Because we're existing in this time. It might be like after dying universe it collapsed and a Big Bang. Like there's a lot of Big Bang going on. Like instead of thinking it as a linear sort of thing, think of it like circular. So the universe starts with a bang, and expands, then collapse, and then re-expand. Because technically we're still in the expansion on the Big Bang, right? On the event horizon, technically we're still expanding from it. Sort of like an explosion, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've heard that position put forward.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the double slit experiment?
Yes, where light
the observer
can be a particle
or
can be a wave at the same time. Yeah.
So I think, like, do you understand the terminology cornerstone? So like a pyramid. When you build a structure, you have one stone, like a skyscraper, and if you take that away, it's an analogy, but a lot of the quantum stuff, the quantum physics, the mechanics, it boils down to the wave particle double slit duality. So of course there's some people at the moment who disagree with it, but at the moment that was the battleground between Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein, and the battle Einstein lost. Well, he lost, but that being said, that opened up the doorway for entanglement and lots of other science. So even though we lost, there was still so much that we learned from it. But ultimately, it was Niels Bohr who won based on the specific experiments. But the reason I emphasise that and what I find fascinating about it, at the moment, it's the accepted scientific truth of the quantum weird world, But a lot of it, according to my understanding, it'll be interesting to hear yours, boils down to the observer. So when they looked and they didn't look, it changed the results on the screen.
Yes.
So my understanding is the observer, which is you and me and everybody else, is interconnected.
It is interconnected. In some ways it is,
Okay.
Think about it, When like, but I'm not that familiar with like double slit experiment. I've learned from it like in 3 years ago. And stuff like that, and as well as quantum physics. But I just can't wrap my head around it. Do you know, like we've been learning stuff like, oh, there's only one rule on physics and stuff like that. And then when quantum physics come, there's like actually two rules. It can be a wave and it can be like a photon at the same time. And I just dropped off from there.
No, it can be, once again, my limited understanding and my interpretation is from the observer point of view, and how can that practically affect an individual's life. So, because if the observer, which is us, like our life, how can it benefit us? So perception, observation, is intention, is very important. So I try to take away by listening to these experts in these areas and see how we can implement that in our life. If you ever heard of epigenetics,
Sorry?
Have you ever heard of epigenetics?
No.
So it's like the biology of belief.
Yep.
So it's like, for example, it's a new science, and what the new science says is like you've got genetic determinism, in the sense that until the new science of epigenetics, they used to think that whatever your genes was, if you're born with them, then you've got them forever, which that's the case to some degree, but then you've got the new science, which is epigenetics, and based on our biology, we can kind of influence whether it's like through diet, to certain, like what's it called, like CRISPR. You can interact with these genes and you can kind
Modify it, yeah.
You can modify, but you won't modify the actual DNA sequence, but you can modify to some degree. Basically, you don't have your genes forever. So once again, it's an interesting subject that I find interesting. But if you Google it, you will find out more information.
Like it's sort of like, is it sort of like something like how you modify it as by nature's modifying it?
Well, it just means that we've got some elements of power, and we can, in the sense to our perception, we can turn off and on certain genes to certain processes.
Yeah. It's quite fun, that.
It's interesting, yeah, very interesting.
Sort of like something like stem cells as well. Stem cell. Have you heard of the term stem cells?
Yeah, stem cells. Yeah, there was a guy, I think Robert Lanza, who used to be a chief scientist for NASA. In the past, I can't really recall anything too much on it, but he used to talk a lot. He's at the forefront in a lot of the stem cell research. What is it you find fascinating about it?
It's just a window to a lot of things. It's sort of like another window of. I feel like it's the next big thing before AI. Like, I don't know why not a lot of people are talking about it. But it's been going on ages as well.
It has. Is this do you mean from medical point of view, in the sense that you can grow I don't think you can do it at the moment, but you can grow an organ?
No, you can't.
You can't?
You can't.
Haven't they done an organ on a mice? And they grew something?
Yes, they have.
But they can't do a heart. But
then it's now the ethical standpoint as well, like, when you think about it. Do you think Dolly the sheep... Let me ask you this question. If you are close to dying, sorry, but like, yeah, if you are close to dying, or I am close to dying, if I clone myself and have my memory on it, is that still me?
Okay, so
if
you clone yourself, okay, and you've got your memory, so you haven't got your body, but you've got your consciousness, let's say uploaded on a SIM card.
Yeah, sort of like, yeah.
Like Chappie?
Yeah.
The movie Chappie?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mean like that? Okay, so are you asking me, is that possible, or do you think it's ethically?
Think it's ethically possible?
Is it
ethically good thing? So am I a different person now, or am I still the same person, or am I something in between of both?
Yeah.
And should this be allowed?
Yeah, I think whether you're the same person or not is debatable, because it's hard to say whether the extraction of your consciousness is 100% you. Is it ethical? I don't think it is, but it's like, for example, right now a lot of people go to, let's say, Turkey and get their hair transplant, or get their teeth done, or go get certain things done on the body for cosmetic reasons. And I think what you're touching on is very profound and fundamental, because I think there's a lot of billionaires out there who've got the money and they would like to live forever.
Yeah.
And I think that is a motivation for some people to experiment with them type of technologies.
No, it's already been done or something like that. Dolly the sheep, no?
Oh, okay. Dolly the sheep was a clone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but its consciousness was
different. Yeah.
That's
but
that's
what
the
if
key.
we can change the consciousness, like not?
Because we could clone you, Maurice, but that's not you.
But you stopped before, because you can't clone anyone anymore.
But I think underground, people are probably doing it.
Yeah.
underground
Yeah.
in some lab somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Ethically, no, you're not allowed to. It's been banned. I seen something in Saudi Arabia, and I think they clone camels.
but
or
like, what I'm
something.
saying is like, if you can move your conscience, is that ethically still allowed?
I don't think at the moment it will be ethically allowed, but I think in future people will definitely try to do it. Whether it becomes legal and ethically allowed to do, I don't think so anytime soon.
Yeah.
But right now, if you had the technology and it wasn't legal, and you had the money, and you was dying, to use your same point before, if you could go and make a phone call and you could transfer your consciousness into a robot or another clone, would you do it?
No.
Why?
Why would I?
Because if you're gonna die and you've got the chance for immortality,
What's
why?
the point of mortality though?
But you're not gonna die. You can still live in this world. Because let's say you're someone who doesn't believe that when you die, that's it. Your consciousness dies with you. If somebody says to you, now they're going to give you another chance, will your ethics go out the window because you want to
No.
live?
For me, I wouldn't. But
Okay.
if you're asking if someone that have something not like me, you're not asking the right person anymore, right? Like I can't put in my mind into your mind, for example, right? I can never wear your shoes. There's a saying, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I won't.
You won't. Yeah. I think there'll be people out
It'll
there.
be fun to see what's after this.
Yeah. But I think there's some people who want to live in this world for a lot longer. And let's just say they could transfer the consciousness 100% and just put you in another body, whether that will be a clone or let's say some form of AI hybrid. I think some people.
ChatGPT,
Yeah.
humanized edition.
Yeah. Some people, because I think right now there's a transition, like me and you right now, a human 1.0. But let's say in 10 years time, 20 years time, we're going to be sitting next to someone in this taxi and they've got better genetics than us. They've got aesthetically better physical features. They've been fine-tuned. Their mental ability is far surpasses ours. They're integrated with, let's say, a heart or a certain body. So we're going to be inferior.
Yeah.
So then long term, it's going to be difficult for us to survive.
Yeah. And that's life, right?
Evolution.
Evolution, that's life, right? You can't do anything about it.
A lot of people, some people don't want that to happen.
And also, can I ask you one more question? It's
Of course.
So, how about AI consciousness? But in like a built robot body, you see like Boston Dynamics.
Amazing, yeah. Boston Dynamics, yeah.
What if they could put ChatGPT in it?
So
Is that considered human now?
I wouldn't say no until it becomes proper. Well, even if it becomes
Sentimental.
sentient,
Yeah.
then
Something.
it's technically still not human. This is a big question a lot of people ask. What do you think?
They're not
Because
human.
they're not human because the way they're made, but
human
it's
is
the
a
consciousness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you asking, is it possible? Because if you put ChatGPT in a Boston Dynamics robot, technically at the moment, ChatGPT hasn't got the consciousness what we've.
Whoa. To be honest, it's not hard to put DeepSeek into, or ChatGPT into Boston Dynamic robots.
That's not hard.
It's just running a server.
No, that's easy. That's
the easy part.
But
the hard part is like the emotion and the stuff like
no,
that.
at the moment it's not there.
Yeah,
So the question is, do you think it will ever be there?
it will.
It will.
It's not hard to develop something. No, it's hard to develop something like this. But I feel like from where we're going, do we really need it? Because science development is always for human needs. For example, you can see Cold War.
Okay.
Cold War with like those space program NASA's doing.
Okay.
It's just what it needs right now. Do you need a sentient robot? What's the purpose of that? If nobody needs it, why would you develop it?
Okay, but isn't that the argument that it could develop itself after so long? Because you're going to make it so powerful, it's going to realise that
Even like
we're
that,
inferior.
why would you want to? How could they develop? Why would, if you're a robot with no sentient, why would you want to develop sentient to drag you down? That's, I'm not saying like emotion is supposed to drag you down.
Yeah, because at the moment, I don't think intentionally they might not intend to do that, but I think it's going to get so big, it might happen automatically.
It might happen, but I feel like right now AI is still not up there yet.
No, it's not.
Yes, 30 years, 15 years, I think it's about going to be.
But can it ever replicate consciousness? I don't think it can. Never. I don't think even in 100 years. Because like what we were saying before, I don't think it can ultimately, no matter how much AI advances, it still abides by the quantum rules and laws of the universe. So for me, that form of consciousness is and will always be more superior. Even if you connect. Oh no, do you know what's very interesting? Have you ever heard of DMT?
What's that?
Like magic mushrooms, psychedelics?
Magic mushroom?
Yeah.
Something like drugs.
So do you know like the Amazon jungle?
Yeah.
Know the shamans, and they sit around the fire and they smoke pipes and they plants.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have ceremony, and they're around the fire, and they go into this other world.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with.
Okay, so see Buddha
Yeah.
when he meditates,
Yeah.
and if you meditate for so long, like Buddhist monks, you go into this other out-of-body world.
Out of body blood.
Yeah.
I
So-
can't get it. Yeah.
You understand, yeah?
Yeah.
So the shamans in the Amazon jungle,
They use
they
mushroom.
is a faster process, yeah? So my point is they're going into other dimension.
Yeah.
So what I find interesting, that you've got certain scientists out there who are trying to connect AI to that world and integrate it.
But does that exist? That's the thing.
Well,
Can you prove the dimension exists?
if you ask Buddha or if you ask anybody who meditates, they will go into this other world, yeah? And whether you believe it to be just the mind playing tricks is debatable. But some people will feel it's another
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But my point is, I've read stories where they're trying to connect AI to that world. Whether it can be done, I don't know.
But like, let's go back to the emotion thing first from
Yeah.
AI. Technically, it's still all like electronic pulses on your brain. Do you know how like emotional works, right?
Yeah.
So it can be developed, to be fair. But like, you know how AI is being trained, right?
Specifically, in what way do you mean? Because it's being
They
trained.
keep most of them AI, like right now, if you see AI stuff on it, they just keep labeling. That's a cat. That's a cat. Is that a cat? That's a cat, or something like that.
Okay.
They keep getting it by really repeating it, right? Repetitive, right? So it's
Okay.
not difficult for them to, if real AI exists or like our technology is fast enough, to give them different scenario and ask them, should you be happy or should you be sad?
It's programmable.
Yeah. So it's not like,
Everything, so technically it could be done.
technically I feel like it could be done, yeah.
Well, it's because DNA is code.
Yeah.
Programming
Yeah.
is code. So based on that, it can be done.
It can be done, yeah.
I picked up a guy from Thailand, and he's studying a new course in Liverpool called digital chemistry. In Liverpool, Thailand. I done a
What
video.
does it take?
Digital chemistry.
No, like what does it teach?
Well, it teaches, well, this is what I was asking him, and it reminds me of what you're saying. Digital chemistry is like giving it like emotions. Well, it could incorporate what you're saying. So yeah, I accept that technically, yeah, you could create AI and it's got feelings.
It got feeling, yeah, but does that mean it has feelings? That's the thing.
Well, it will react to feelings.
It will react to
yeah?
feeling, but it's not his feelings.
But it's programmed like we're programmed.
Yeah,
to,
so it's sort of like, I would look at AI as something like with a brain. It can be with a brain, technically server or hard disk, that can be modified. You know, like if I want to swap out my brain for a bigger one, I can't do that ethically anyway. But AI I can.
Yeah.
Technically saying, yeah. That's why I look at AI.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I feel AI for now.
Even though it could do that, I think if you was to compare a human with that version, what you've just said, I still don't think it would mirror us humans 100%.
Yeah.
It could do maybe 90%, but it still won't have that 100%.
100%, yeah.
But then in other areas, it will be better than a human based on its, integration.
Every being have its pros and cons, right?
Everything, every beer, every
everything,
subject, yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
It's quite fun.
I've enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah.
Look how quick we got here.
Yeah, it's almost like a blink of an eye or something.
Yeah. That's another good thing when you have a good discussion. Time just flies. But I've enjoyed it. Anything you want to say? Have you got any businesses, any charities, anything you'd like to mention?
Not yet.
And promote?
Not yet. Maybe in the future, don't know.
Any best places to visit in Hong Kong?
In Hong Kong?
Yeah.
It's busy, so technically saying every place is a good place.
Okay.
There's a lot of food. The thing I don't like about one thing compared to UK is after 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. it closes, everything closes. But at least Hong Kong have a lot of different shops still open. Not really now.
Not quite.
Because of after the pandemic, I would say.
Oh, okay. Things have changed a bit.
Things have changed a bit, yeah.
No, well, thank you as well, Kinsley, as well, for your input. But yeah, it's been good. I'm going to bring it to the close, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you for that.